Drew Alba here with head coach Colby Waddle of Walla Walla Sweets with Countdown with Colby once again. Got to get it out of the way, Coach. We win a game after being called Countdown with Colby.
There we go. We got the monkey off our back. We
Right.
can stick with the name, so all that creativity doesn't go to waste.
Another monkey off the back. You get a win after 3 straight losses. How did it feel out there?
Yeah, it was great. It was a great team effort. Early on we put up some runs, gave up a couple early, but then had the big innings kind of in the middle. So it was just good to see us trying to come together as a group, right? We weren't clean all the way around, but we had some good pitching. We had some great offense, and so that was key for us to get out of there with a win.
Tanner Curran comes through with 4 hits. How huge has he been in the middle of the lineup? Plays corner, infield, can maybe also touch the outfield grass. How big is he for this team?
Yeah, he's been great to kind of anchor that lineup. We've kind of been looking for, as we're rotating guys in and out and working through some different guys, giving guys opportunities, it's always great to have a guy that you can kind of have the anchor in the lineup and kind of build things around. And he's been one of those guys for us. I think we're going to continue to add some pieces that serve in that same capacity. But here early on, 6 games in, he's been huge. Coming up big, extra base hits, hitting a lot of balls hard. So it's good to see.
He's got some of that swag out there, too, showing up the double W's over at second base. Now you come in 3-3, 3-game set with Ridgefield on the weekend. First of all, first day here in Walla Walla, kind of back in your hometown.
That's right.
How's it going to be to play in front of those fans out there today?
I'm excited. Yeah, it's fun. Opening day is always awesome. The home opener is always the best. It's hard to beat, especially with the fans. And, I've been getting some text messages from my friends and people from here in town all day, and just excited to see us out here, excited to come and check out the team. And so, I'm expecting a great crowd. It's a perfect day for baseball, perfect night. And so I'm excited to get out there.
When you look over at the Ridgefield side, 2-4 on the year, kind of middling right now. But again, it's early. What do you expect out of them?
Yeah, I think I think everyone's kind of up in the air what they're looking for. They're a team that struggled. They're coming off of a series loss at home to the new team in the lead, Marion, and so that just kind of adds to the uncertainty, right? Because we don't really know where Marion's at, and so it's hard to gauge there. But I think they're still missing some key pieces. They're going to be adding some guys, and so I'm expecting for them to come out and compete. They're kind of looking to put it together, kind of right the ship, and, we're even talking with their coaches. I think eyes are already fixed on who we're chasing in the lead, and so I'm just excited for our guys to come out, take it one day at a time, hopefully get some momentum, utilize the home crowd to our advantage, and come out with a win.
Trey Morris out there on the hill today. Pretty good pitching performances overall. Obviously some errors have kind of induced a lot of the runs you see on the scoreboard. To keep the momentum going out on the hill, he's looked pretty good out there. How does he just kind of keep it going?
Yeah, Trey's electric. He's kind of a puppy dog out there, right? Just coming out of high school, and he's got great stuff. He's a highly competitive player. He was an anchor throughout his high school performance on his club teams and his high school teams, and so there really hasn't been a situation that has appeared to be too big for him. Hopefully tonight with a larger crowd in the home opener, he's able to work through some of those jitters and go give us a good competitive start. Like I said, he loves to compete. He's going to go right into attack mode, and the guys love playing behind him. So I think that's a great combination on the defensive end of the baseball.
You look at his kind of battery mate, Isaiah Chacon, back out there once again. He's been behind the plate a lot, but he's performed, leading the team in batting average, hitting .444. To continue the work, obviously as a manager, the catcher position is one of the things that's the toughest to balance.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of different ways you can strategically use those guys. A big thing is, like I was just saying, we have a young puppy dog out there on the mound, and so we turn to a guy who's been around, right? And he's played a lot of innings. We're going to run him back out there, and physically he's in a good spot to be able to do that. And so for him, it's, hey, how can we get a veteran guy working with our young guy to make sure that he can get him where he needs to be to pound the strike zone, to go and attack, to give us a good chance to win the game and get out to a lead here early on so we can turn it over the pen.
Yeah, turn it over to the pen, who's been pretty good. There's been some up and down moments as well, but you move into this series where these two teams, by all accounts, Ridgefield and Walla Walla, could be separated by those last few innings, by those guys in the bullpen. You've been managing it pretty well. You throw out Alex Figueroa kind of in those funky type moments. We've been mentioning that. But how do you kind of continue to manage the bullpen when, let's face it, there's still some guys coming into this team?
Yeah, I think the big thing is making sure that guys are staying fresh. We don't want to overuse anybody early, trying to give guys the rest that they need so that they stay strong. But at the same time, trying to manage some pitch counts. Hey, if there's a guy like, coming in 4th game in a row, right? No rest, no day off. So there's some guys that, hey, we might do a shorter outing and look for, hey, can you come back and give us one more inning tomorrow? So it's kind of having those open lines of communication, making sure that everybody's kind of on the same page, and also knowing that, hey, we have a job to do and it's going to require some guys to step up. And so far we've done an excellent job of that, so I'm hoping to see that continue.
Long season. You got anything else to say to the fans?
No, excited to be out here. Home opener. There's nothing better.
Home opener 3 against Ridgefield, and then go to Portland, but that's down the line. So we'll keep it here. Thanks so much, Colby.
Sounds good. Thanks, Drew.
I appreciate it.